right, y'all. We back with another reaction right here on ABP Reactions. And right now, it is heating up on the internet. There is a war going on. Charlamagne and Jay-Z versus Akademiks and everybody else on this motherfucker, man. Well, let's get caught up and let's see what's going on.
Roc Nation might just have the biggest media personality in its pocket. Right now, Charlamagne is being called out after Akademiks revealed paperwork showing his alleged secret ties to Jay-Z. Now people are starting to believe that Charla might have been a puppet the whole time, used to push whatever agenda they wanted in the media. This could very much be the reason he was so defensive of Jay-Z when his name surfaced in those documents. Let's take a closer look to see what we can find about Charlamagne's connections to Roc Nation to determine if it proves that he's really what they say he is. Over the last few years, we have been hearing a lot of things about Jay-Z and the actions of his company. One narrative that people like Nicki Minaj have been pushing is that Jay-Z is using his power and connections to secretly control the industry.
If you had a disagreement with one person, instead of that person just moving on with their life, and you moving on with your life, it would be like this person would call someone else so that you won't get an opportunity over there. And then that would continue happening. But not just with me. I saw it with a lot of very talented people, that they were talented and maybe one particular person or one particular group of people didn't like them. And because of that, they kind of just got, made to be like almost invisible.
One of the ways he is accused of doing this is by controlling hip-hop media. While Nicki never provided solid proof for these claims, fans felt there were enough signs pointing to this being a real possibility. Now, it's not out of the ordinary for a record company to have a close relationship with the press or a big radio personality. That is common practice in the business. The labels rely on the outlets.
They got Charlamagne in pocket. I mean, shit. We playing chess or we playing checkers? Which one is we playing, man? You know what I'm saying? You mad at me? Because, hey, hold on, nigga. I'm going to need you to defend me. When my name come up, I'm not one of those niggas that like to do podcasts. I'm not like one of them niggas that like to go on and do interviews. I'm talking about Jay-Z. If I'm Jay-Z, I don't like to do podcasts. I don't like to do interviews. And if I do an interview, y'all know it's going to be rigged up to only cater to me and what the questions I want y'all to ask. But listen, when all this shit come up in this motherfucker, I need somebody to defend my honor, nigga. So Charlamagne, you got the big radio network, big platform. Come on, my nigga. What you need help with? Look out for me. Look out for you. You know what I'm saying? We keep it under wraps. He was finna cut that nigga in on a casino, bro. Jay-Z was finna cut Charlamagne in on a casino. You was gonna be a casino owner, nigga. Have equity in the casino, at least equity. Charlamagne said, fuck what you niggas talking about.
The outlets rely on the labels. But that's not the connection Roc Nation is accused of having with these platforms. According to the allegations, they aren't trying to have a formal business relationship. They want to dictate what is said. They are accused of offering business opportunities to personalities in order to control what narrative gets pushed to the masses. This means that Roc Nation could use commentators to say exactly what they want said. They could have them promote their music artists or upcoming events. And they can also have them frame enemies in a negative light or defend themselves when their names surface in documents that make them look questionable. This is exactly why some believe Charla might be one of the people who secretly work for Roc Nation. A few months back, Charlamagne was on his show demanding that everyone who was named in those documents be investigated. He explicitly stated he didn't care who was involved. They needed to be looked into.
Is this. I don't care who's on the list. Everybody got to go. Burn it all down. Like, that's just simple as that. Mutually assured destruction. Whoever's on that list need to go.
When they finally did that big release, there was one person in there that Charlamagne refused to talk about. It was reported that somehow Jay-Z was found in those files.
Hey, see? Yeah, that's the thing about these mics, man. Niggas gonna hold you to your word. They gonna hold you to your motherfucking word on these mics. You talking all that Epstein, when that list come out, whoever on there, burn them niggas. They gotta die, all them niggas. And then the list come out and your boy name is on there and you don't want to talk about them? Selective politicking. Nigga like, what? Nigga, I didn't see that coming.
Since Charla had said everyone should be investigated, people were expecting him to keep that same energy now that his good buddies surface on that list. But instead, he did a complete 180 on his show and defended him. He said that even though his name was in there, it was a lie, and he knew he didn't do anything wrong.
See the story about Jay-Z? The woman is like, it was Jay-Z in 1996? Reasonable Doubt came out in 1996. Like, what are we doing? It was clear shit, and you can see who pushes the narrative.
But people found Charla's blatant hypocrisy suspicious, with some even seeing it as a possible indication that he was working for Roc Nation. The main person pushing this narrative was none other than DJ Akademiks. Ak went on a rant where he called out Charlamagne for switching up after seeing Jay-Z's name on the list. He felt that this was an obvious indication that Charla was working for them and was being ordered to help deflect the accusations.
I want to point out in real time how some of these switch-ups are happening here, chat. And shout out to my man Charlamagne. This is my man's. But he was on the radio much demanding. Bring it out! We need to see it! It sounded amazing when we thought it was only the elites we didn't know and we really hated that were going to be accused and supposedly had some proof of doing the nasty. This is before the list got released. I love
Bring
Charlamagne.
it out!
I got to point it out.
Burn them down!
I don't care who's on the list. Everybody got to go.
Hold up now.
I don't care who's on the list. Everybody got to go.
Wait,
Nobody talking about that. My thing is this. I don't care who's on the list. Everybody got to go.
Wait, hold up a second.
Talking about all down.
Wait, I'm not here.
Burn them all down. Hey, you did say that, brother. Now, when your boy name come on that list, nigga, burn them all down.
Right, I think I got a little bit of earwax popping before the list was announced. And everybody who was speaking and demanding the list, they're thinking, none of my homies on there, right? This is how they communicated about said list.
In his New York mansion, but nobody talking about that. My thing is this. I don't care who's on the list. Everybody got to go. Burn it all down.
After the list came out, I see. All right, let's talk about it. Why you want to talk about that? Wait, what? Nobody needs to be protecting the PDFs, and we don't care what party they are. Now they dropped the files, and would you believe?
I want to get to the Pusha T, Jay-Z, Eminem of it all, because that's what went crazy on my algorithm. I don't understand why y'all are so quick to want to tear our own down without doing.
No, hold.
Yeah, you switched it up. Yeah. Burn the list. Whoever's on that list, burn it down. Name, the list comes out, Jay-Z. I don't know why y'all so quick to turn on y'all own, man. God damn, man. I don't know why we as a culture turn on our own people, man. He switched his tune up all the way. God damn.
Hold the fuck.
My thing is this. I don't care who's on the list. Everybody got to go.
Unless they could. Yeah, we don't care if they're Democrat or Republican, but we do care if they're a third party. Oh, hold on.
Ak has made his issues with Roc Nation public after he was forced to participate in a deposition. He felt that they were using this legal process as a form of intimidation. Essentially, Akademiks was accusing them of using the media to shape the narrative about Jay being connected to the documents. By having one of the biggest media personalities not only defend you, but shut the allegations down, you can influence the public's perception. Now, some fans of the show automatically think he's innocent because Charla said so. That is the power of controlling the media. When Charla saw Akademiks' accusations, he instantly denied them. He repeatedly said that he wasn't working for Jay-Z. Now, while this could be true, it's also the obvious thing someone who is a puppet will say. They can't just come out and say, my opinion is paid for. That would completely destroy their credibility.
Right.
The way Akademiks made it seem was that Charla was a mouthpiece for Roc Nation, and in return, they gave him business opportunities. But at the moment, there was only Akademiks' word and nothing credible confirming this. Well, recently...
That makes sense. I mean, but they may, I don't know the extent of their friendship. Because we could be looking at it like, oh, this is a business friendship. But they might be really homies, Charlamagne and Jay-Z. Who knows? They kind of, they click up and become homies. That's going around. Niggas is clicking up with weirdos and becoming homies all of a sudden. But, that goes around, man. That goes around. And you don't know. I don't know. These niggas, a lot of people be loners, bro. Simply put, a lot of niggas be loners. They can meet somebody and feel like this is my friend in less than a year or less than a month and be loyal to a nigga in less than a year, less than a month. So Charlamagne, I don't know, he gives those vibes like, a little fanboy at the same time. I do have my own celebrity, so Jay-Z is calling me in these rooms and looking out with these favors as long as on the flip side, I'm going to look out for him. and defend his honor because, hey, this my man's. He about to cut me in on this casino play, or he gonna help this play with what I got going with Black Effect. He gonna help increase the value. Who knows? You know how shit go, man. One hand wash the other behind the closed doors. So it could be that. It could be that. And Charlamagne like, shit, fuck what y'all talking about. Y'all niggas ain't bringing me no plays. You know, niggas use that too. You know what I mean? Y'all niggas think, man.
That all changed, as now Ak says he has the evidence to show this. Recently, during a live stream, Ak produced what appears to be evidence that a business connection between Charlemagne and Roc Nation might exist. According to him, Charla was listed as one of the partners for Jay-Z's proposed $5.4 billion casino hotel in Times Square.
He says he has no connection to them.
5.4
No
billion.
ties. They sent out the new Roc Nation talking points, and Wayno looked like he was so quick to make a video. He read the part they said, do not include telling people that Charlemagne had some financial interests in this casino. So I go digging for the truth.
Is that what sparked it? Wayno? Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me rewind that. Wayno is what sparked Charlamagne. Akademiks digging and finding that information.
Interests do not include telling people that Charlemagne had some financial interests in this casino. So I go digging for the truth.
Wow.
Now, there's a bunch of stuff that is filed with the New York government, okay? And when I go down, I said, let me look at the owners. Let me look at the owners. Sell Green. Okay, who are these people? Caesars. Who are these people? You'll look. Some of these people are the CEO. They're the, chief financial officer. I scroll down a little bit more, and under Roc Nation, it reads these names. Sean Carter, Desiree Perez, Jana Fleshman, Angela Rye, Alicia Keys, Leonard McKelvey, a.k.a. Charlemagne, not under the Roc Nation banner. No.
Lenny. There goes Lenny.
No, we got him, y'all. We got him.
We got him.
We got him, y'all. We got him, y'all. Under Roc Nation, Leonard McKelvey, a.k.a. it says known professionally as Charlemagne the God, according to how they tried to submit this to the New York State government, they claim that Leonard McKelvey was a part of whatever Roc Nation was going to do. Keep in mind, it could have had
shit, this is a casino, bro. Listen, if a nigga say, hey, I cut you in, I think it's a lot of people who gonna say, I'm riding with him. Shit, I'm riding with Roc Nation. Fuck it. Cut me in on a casino, bro? On Times Square? Now, that don't mean just because you cut me in on some business shit that I gotta kiss your ass. And if you's a perv, nigga. I'm not supporting you, brother. I'm not. Listen, I don't know, man. Goddamn. I don't know, man. This is tricky right here. This is tricky, Charlamagne. If you're saying I'm not in business with Roc Nation, I'm not on pay. I can see where he's going with this. It's under Roc Nation, your name. So if he's saying you've been pushing the narratives for Roc Nation and defending Hove and all that, and you're on a payola, I can see what you're saying here.
Charlemagne's name just somewhere else, under a different category. By the way, what Wayno said is also not true. He said Charlemagne was there for himself. No, according to the proposal, him or anyone else, they were there because Roc Nation. They have financial interests, but they're under the banner of Roc Nation. Chat.
That nigga take a deep breath.
This is why new media is important.
Akademiks believes this connection could be proof that Charlotte is indeed a puppet. While it doesn't 100% prove he is working for them, what Ak is saying does make some sense. If Charlotte is given this huge opportunity to make big money by the company, he likely feels obligated to protect the people who provided it. This isn't a regular business deal either. A casino in Times Square is huge money.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If ever a time that you would say, this nigga sold his soul And a lot of people would understand why a situation like this. Hey, I bought you in on a $5.4 billion play. I think a lot of niggas would sell their soul for a play like that. Now, if you just selling your soul for $100,000 or doing something, yeah, that's not respected. But nigga, I could see. But I don't think it is selling your soul in this situation. I think it's just denying y'all relationship and the extent of y'all relationship. That's more so the issue right here. And that the fact that him and Akademiks been cool for all these years, and he's probably been telling Charlamagne things or how he feel about Hove or Roc Nation and shit like that. And he's probably, it's like a mole. You're taking that information back and feeding it to Jay-Z, but yet you're around me acting like y'all not cool, y'all not associated. So I can see why Akademiks is hot right here, or he's on Charlamagne ass.
If they had approved the deal, Charlamagne would have likely been the first radio personality to become a billionaire. Now you understand why people feel Akademiks is right. They gave him this chance, so now he's obligated to represent and defend Roc Nation. This could definitely explain why Charlamagne defended Jay-Z so hard when his name came up in the documents. Think about it. Not only does he feel obligated to ride for Jay-Z now, but he also needs to protect the face of the deal that could potentially make him a billionaire. Charla saw his name and likely said, "No one is ruining my shot at being a billionaire." It would also explain why Charlamagne hasn't interviewed Nicki Minaj in 14 years, and when he mentions her...
Oh, damn. That's actually an interesting... In 14 years, he hasn't sat with Nicki Minaj. Damn, that is kind of interesting. 14 years, Charlamagne? New York, Power, Breakfast Club. Y'all ain't sat with the Queen of New York in 14 years?
It's never positive. Nicki has even called this out herself, tweeting some not so nice things at him. According to her, Charla cut her off from the Breakfast Club because of his ties to Roc Nation. Since she has been open about her issues with the label, naturally, those who support Roc Nation aren't going to support her. She is one of the most vocal people speaking out against them, accusing the company of making things difficult for her when she refused to do business with them. Their working relationship goes back to the 2010s when Nicki...
Damn, this was that title shit, huh? What's this title? Damn, look at all these niggas on stage together. Damn, these motherfuckers would not all stand on stage together today, man. Damn. Look at that shit. We'll never see this again. All them standing next to each other on stage. Kanye, Hove, J. Cole, Rihanna, Usher Raymond, Nicki. That's crazy. Wow.
Became one of the partners of Tidal. That deal ended on bad terms, and she now claims she has been on Roc Nation's bad side ever since. Unlike others though, Nicki has made all her allegations about Jay-Z public and has taken their issues to social media. So, some could see Nicki not being on the Breakfast Club as even more proof that Charla is working with Roc Nation. Now to be fair, I don't know if Nicki would be calling out the label if it wasn't for her deal with them going as bad as it did. Think about it. If it had gone a different way, maybe Nicki would be just like Charlamagne, defending Roc Nation at any means. Some think Akademiks also might have his own motive for going after Jay-Z. Akademiks is a strong Drake supporter, and many people think he's a puppet for OVO. It is well known...
What you mean, think? Think he's a puppet. Listen, man. He is to Drake what Charlamagne is to Jay-Z. And the problem is, motherfuckers trying to act like they not or whatever. Like, we know he's a diehard Drake fan, Akademiks, but Charlamagne doesn't do that with Jay-Z. Like, how, Akademiks goes to like the deepest depths of dick sucking, basically. You know what I mean? When it comes to Drake. But Charlamagne, this is an interesting war right here. I ain't gonna lie. Charlamagne versus Akademiks is heating up like a motherfucker, man. I'm here for it. I'm sitting back watching. They throwing blows right now. Charlamagne was on vacation. He was cooking that nigga before vacation. He was on Akademiks' ass before vacation. Let's see. Right now, it's looking like Akademiks is making a comeback.
That Drake and Jay-Z seem to have some differences. So naturally, Akademiks being on Drake's side will take shots at Roc Nation. Akademiks has accused the company of looking around for any dirt they can use against the Toronto rapper.
Look at this. Look. I don't know why they're talking about OVO. What is OVO? I don't know why Quinn Emanuel in their Slack, I think this is Slack, is saying OVO. I don't know.
He claims they kept bringing up Drake's name during their deposition. According to Charlamagne, the real reason Akademiks is defending Drake is that he is allegedly on the OVO payroll. Charlotte claims that one of Akademiks' employees gets paid by Drake to spread negative stories about anyone he has issues with.
Putting a button on it by saying, me and I can have a conversation publicly if you want to. Because I want to know, I got questions.
Happen right here.
I got questions. I want to know about.
Oh, they need to make that happen. That sit down needs to happen. That'd be a good one. Right now, if every time to sit down, them two niggas make it while y'all crashing out on each other, go ahead, sit down, man. Niggas gonna tune in and watch that.
This stuff. I ain't seen none of y'all talking about this shit. I want to know about this. I'm going to read these two headlines again so we can pay some bills and move on. But InverseWire.com says, pay no attention to the grand wizard behind the curtain. 5 lawsuits say the bets were rigged, the screams were bought, and even the chat losing its mind was a hire inside the machine that manufactures Drake. Grand Wizard is mentioned in that. George Wynn. Ack, I want to hear you talk about that. This ain't got nothing to do with nobody. This is investigations that people been doing on you and your team.
Now, if they was to sit together, I think as viewers, we would all want to see Gloves Off edition. You know what I'm saying? Because they already doing it with their content right now. You know what I'm saying? Now they're bringing in these allegations of weird activities at Wendy Williams' ex-dude house that Charlamagne lived at, and allegations from women. And like, I would love to see them two niggas have a gloves off conversation. All this shit y'all saying on this content, sit down with each other's face and ask each other these questions about it so that we can see what their responses are. That would go crazy. But do y'all think they would be willing to do that, though? Or is it beyond the point of no return right now, or is it still at the point where they can come together, sit down, and hash this out and clear their names on both ends of all these allegations? Charlamagne, ask him about the Grand Wizard, drill that nigga on that shit. You drill this nigga on the, being on payroll for Roc Nation, the allegations. People stay away from the allegations conversations on the mic, so I doubt he talk about that. But be here for it, man.
We should have hit
George.
We could have had.
Akademiks denies this, but many find it hard to believe because of how much he rides for Drake. It appears that everyone involved in this mess has their own personal agenda for exposing each other. Regardless, it still suggests that some people are controlling certain media personalities. They're using their power to dictate the narrative and prevent anyone they don't like from succeeding. It could be possible that both Akademiks and Charlamagne are paid mouthpieces, just pushing whatever agenda they're compensated to push. At the end of the day, this is how most people think the media works anyways. They all pretend to be independent in public, but behind the scenes, it seems like they sell themselves to the highest bidder. Charlamagne allegedly being willing to be an industry mouthpiece could be what helped them land that iHeart deal worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
See? That's what I'm saying. Hey, come on. I'm in these powerful rooms. They can help me bump these prices up and give me, you know what I mean? They could get that motherfucker up. They was probably only talking about giving me 100. Jay-Z stepped in. Hey, that's my man's right there. This is what I got going. Y'all look out for him. Boom, boom, boom. I got you on this. All right, 200. Come on, man. We all need a homie like that. Hey, man, I got to feed my family at the end of the day. So if you could put an extra 100 million in my pocket, now it's just, what do you stand on? And if this Epstein shit is that facts, Jay-Z was there and partaking and you stand with bro, that's a little awkward. And your whole take was, anybody name come on that list, burn them down. If their name come on that list, I don't give a fuck, burn them down. And then his name comes out on the list. And you say, man, why black people always turn on each other, man? It comes off a little fishy, Charlamagne, I must say.
It always seems that those who are willing to play the game are the ones who make it to the very top. Now, I will say, the evidence Akademiks presented is quite concerning to say the least. Showing that Charlamagne was involved in that casino deal does put into perspective why he defended Jay-Z so hard. It also might help explain how a radio personality was able to land a deal worth hundreds of millions when radio is a dying format. If this is true and Charlamagne is a puppet, it's a massive problem. If the media can be controlled by a few ultra-rich people, those with the money can dictate the narrative. They can use the press to protect themselves and to trick the public into thinking whatever they want.
Man, that's been going on. What are you talking about? Nigga, even when you go to CNN, Fox News, nigga, all this shit is controlled media, bro. You be having that one rich motherfucker that own these news channels, that own these newspapers, that own these magazines, and he controls the narrative of what they want to push out. You got these motherfuckers that counter their narrative, that owns these channels, this media motherfucker, these media people. That's been going on, brother. You know what I'm saying? So is Jay-Z doing anything wrong by getting me a puppet? I'm a powerful nigga, bitch. I don't like to get on here and defend everything that comes out on my name. That's not me. I'm gonna get me a puppet. You goddamn right. This nigga likes to talk all day, and he can be persuaded. All he want to do is hang out, go do a couple dinners, and you going to be my puppet, and you going to defend my honor, and you one of the biggest names out here in media? Come on over here, bro. Matter of fact, I got a play for you to show you I fuck with you, my nigga. Go ahead, bro. I'll get you this extra $100 million on your deal. You know what I mean? Hey, it's love. It's love, brother. It's love. And a nigga gonna ride for a nigga like that. You just got this nigga some extra cheese on top of what he was about to get. He gonna ride for a nigga. And then now you finna cut me in on a casino? You finna cut me in on a 5.4? That's what you was about to do? Or try to pitch me? What? That nigga for sure he for the dick ride. He probably would have did that for free. You looking out? Oh, he finna go above and beyond. And the same shit goes with Akademiks with Drake. So stop acting like you wouldn't do the same act for Drake.
Think about it. When Jay-Z was mentioned in those documents, it seemed like almost every hip-hop outlet instantly defended him. Realistically, it's impossible to know if he was really not involved, but some blogs acted like they were 100% certain. That's likely because if they suck up to Roc Nation, maybe they can get that opportunity too. That's why so many people feel like the media is compromised. The media is supposed to run stories without any bias. If they are all allegedly bought out, how can they truly be objective? We need to call this out and let them know we won't be manipulated. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Charlemagne could be a Roc Nation puppet? Is he being instructed to defend Jay-Z? To me, it definitely seems possible considering they have business ties. The fact that the rap mogul keeps being at the center of these stories makes his appearance at the all-white party very interesting. People already feel that event is the place where those backdoor deals are being made.
Oh yeah, we about to react to the all-white party, man. Man, shit. Listen, man, at the end of the day, shit ain't gonna stop. If it ain't gonna be Charlamagne, he gonna get somebody else in pocket. And it's like you need somebody like that. Drake don't like to come out and do interviews and defend his honor every time somebody bring up an allegation or put someone on his name. That's what I got Akademiks for. So guess what? Hey, Akademiks, come on, nigga, here go a chain. Hey, I'm gonna fly you out. Hey, I'm gonna answer your FaceTime calls. I'm gonna share a little bit of information to make you feel like, you know what I'm saying? You the inside source for me, brother. Oh, I'm gonna keep you in pocket that way. Hey, when somebody come at me, without say, I only gotta say this, you gonna do that. You gonna ride for me. You gonna defend me, nigga. And vice versa. But see, Jay-Z is throwing some plays. Has Drake threw Akademiks a play like that? I'm gonna cut you in potentially. Even though it got denied, but I was gonna cut you in on this casino. I'm gonna help you with your deal. I'm gonna do all, who knows, man. Drake probably helping him in the background too. Who knows? Rich nigga shit, man. They ain't gonna tell us anyway. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna act like the other one is wrong when they wrong. Y'all both doing the same shit. It's like the Spider-Man meme. Y'all both doing the same shit. You doing that for Drake, what he doing for Jay-Z, and now y'all bumping. And y'all was homies, so y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all was probably talking about it together, sharing information and all that. So, we here for it, man. Let's see what happens, man. This shit is going crazy right now. We're going to continue to cover it, I guess, as more information come out. Yes, and I did, Flacco has one out too as well. Y'all go check out Flacco's and see what it do, man. But this is hot. Wayno, he dropped something earlier I seen too. Wayno going at Akademiks. I'm like, oh, okay, it's going crazy. It's heating up out in this motherfucking streets. Whack 100 is involved. Whack then came out with some wild allegations, some personal wild allegations on Charlamagne. Yeah, man. If you tapped out, tap in, man. If you want some entertainment, man, it's right here on the internet, man. But let me know what y'all think. I'm going to give y'all 2 seconds to smash a like. And as always, get ready for the next reaction.